Good afternoon, Lorinda. How are you?
Afternoon. I am good. I am blessed. How are you, Juliet?
I am excellent, and I'm happy to be here with you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Black Voices Artist Chat, and I have the beautiful Lorinda Hawkins-Smith, and her show is called Justice or Just Me, as you can see behind there, right? The bite.
Right.
Yes. So before we talk about that, I just want to give you guys a little bit of backstory for Lorinda. She is a domestic violence survivor, violence prevention specialist, advocate, actor, writer, singer, musician, and comedian. While transitioning from homeless to housed, she completed the master's program, gaining her MBA from the University of Phoenix, where she truly feels like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Yes. So actually, why don't we just start there? Why do you feel like a phoenix rising from the ashes? Please give us, elaborate on that a little bit.
My goodness. Well, because of my journey
Mhm.
from domestic violence, I did end up homeless. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot in Skid Row.
Mhm.
And I feel like I beat the odds. And that's what I mean, rising from the ashes, because there is a depression spirit, boy, when you, because homelessness is trauma. It
Yeah.
really is. And then to deal with the reality of Skid Row is another trauma. So to try to fight that depression and all the other adversity that comes along with the journey of overcoming domestic violence, I definitely feel was like a phoenix rising from the ashes for me to be able to just focus and get my MBA through it all. The grace of God is what it
That,
was.
I mean, that's beautiful. I really think that is, very courageous of you. And I commend you, because so many people that have been through what you've been through, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, um, would not be able to rise from the ashes, so you've come a long way, and congratulations on your journey. Because here the thing is, you've heard the saying, like, of course, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And, like, I mean, I get it, but sometimes I'm like, well, how strong do I have to be, God? Like, right?
Have heard, it's like you've been like ear hustling my prayers and my conversations with God. It's like, Lord, I feel like I'm strong enough. I
Yeah.
feel I
Yeah.
don't need to be too strong.
Right. I got this strong thing down. So could you
Right?
stop giving me all these challenges? Could you stop, please?
I mean, am I supposed to get a PhD now in
Right.
the strength and the, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. So then give us a synopsis of your show.
okay, well, Justice or Just Me is a series, and it follows the character Dominique Mills, as she is a Black woman who is in a marriage to a white man, and there is domestic violence, and she actually escapes. And we see what happens to her when she is actually escaping. It's like a lot of people feel like, oh, well, that's all you have to do is just leave.
Mhm.
But a lot of times that's when it's either more dangerous, or that's when other challenges happen. It's
Mhm.
not so easy to just leave,
Right.
especially when there's kids involved.
Right. Right. How many kids do you have?
I do have two, but they are big now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing this, you did the show for the Fringe, the full-length version,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
How did that run go for you?
Oh wow. So I looked at that run as like a workshop,
Mhm.
and it was the kick in the pants that I needed to actually do it, to complete it, because for a number of years I've been performing the 10-minute version of my monologue, Justice or Just Me. But this summer, and well, COVID, it kind of kicked my butt in a lot of ways to like get busy. So this was the summer I just said, I'm going to do the book and I'm going to do the show, and that's what we're going to do. And yeah, this is show one. It's going to be Justice or Just Me, the bite, the fight, the flight. And then we have book one. And also on Audible and Kindle,
I was gonna say, where can we find your book? Plug it.
Amazon. And I was able to do the audiobook myself, which was another challenge. Yeah. So
Wow, you've got a lot going on. That's great, though. That's great that you were able to, you turn adversity into triumph.
yeah, it's interesting what happens when you just face your fears, when you're just like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. And with me, I have this fear of failing or fear of looking stupid or what have you. And that holds me back in a lot of ways. And I'm not getting any younger. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to do the daggone thing.
Yeah.
Get the story out there. And what helps me stay motivated with it is because a lot of feedback I would get during the years of performing the 10-minute snippet was that, well, this is my story too. You need to tell it, and I just feel like not a lot of people are sharing these stories, and it is a difficult subject to discuss. So let's just get it out there with all the messiness.
Yes, the more you share, the more people you're able to help and heal. So bravo to you for sharing. So you said the main character is Dominique. So what made you choose, because this is your life story, right? This is about you. What made you choose to use a different character name?
Safety? No, let me.
Hey, listen, keep it real.
Yeah, just keeping it real. Yeah, I guess legal issues and what have you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, the names have been changed. The names have been changed. Names of the places have been changed. It's even in a category of fiction. But again, pretty much the only thing that's fiction are the names being changed and what have you.
I always say the names have been changed to protect the guilty. Like,
That hilarious, right? I jokingly say yes, and any coincidence or any similarities is intentional.
Yep. So then give us a little idea of your journey. I mean, you gave us a synopsis of the show, but a little bit of your journey. Well, first of all, what gave you the courage to tell the story through Dominique's eyes?
Yeah, I say that when I was in Skid Row, I feel like that's where I found my voice. Up until then, I had done acting, but it was in Skid Row that I discovered social justice theater, and that really just lights me on fire. And I just really feel like that is what I want to do. So one of the ways in being a social justice artivist was just telling my story, and the fact that people wanted to listen to it. And it just encouraged me to like want to facilitate open mics to give people a voice who don't normally have a voice. And I just feel like that was empowering. And that's what started it. And it started off as a 10-minute monologue with spoken word, stand-up elements, jokes, and storytelling. So yeah, because I don't want people to be all sad the whole time. So,
of course.
I'm gonna break it up a little bit, and music, and there is song in it as well.
Lovely. And so did you, when you talked about that you discovered social justice theater while you were on Skid Row?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, after I got over the, why am I here? Oh my gosh, Lord, I thought I was following your way, all that stuff. Then I started looking outside of myself, and what I kept seeing were the comedy tragedy masks. And it was like, Lord, you cannot be telling me to get back into acting now where are my headshots? I have no agent. And yeah, so I humbled myself and got involved with the community theaters, and the community theater groups were social justice oriented, and they were actually showing up in council meetings. You know, they were talking to the police and doing art on the street. You know, I'm going to just drop some names because actually they have been in my program. LAPD, Los Angeles Poverty Department, with John Malpede and Henriette. I worked with them, and Drama Stage Qumran with Melvin Ishmael Johnson. Yes, and through them, it's like, oh, well, I'm exposing something, but hopefully in an entertaining way. And so I feel like art is an unexpected way to change some things, or shake some stuff up, as my friend Sharon says, which she says a different word.
Yeah.
Shake it up. Shake it up. Yeah.
Beautiful. And well, I know when you and I talked, we had a conversation and found out that we had some similar, I don't know if I would say similar experiences, but I've taught inside.
Right.
And one of the things that I learned was I just came away from it with this feeling of, first of all, never judge a book by its cover, right? Right.
Except this one.
Except that one. Yes, buy that book. But you know, like, and I was sharing with you this story, and I'll share it again, that I was teaching in a women's jail, and been there for a few months, and a woman walked up to me one day, we were getting ready to leave, we're teaching acting, and she said to me, "Excuse me, do you go to Agape?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "Yeah, I used to sing in the choir." And when she said that, I mean, I didn't look at her and go, "Oh, you look familiar." And I don't know if she thought I looked familiar. Maybe she just thought I had an Agape essence, you know, to me. But the minute she said that, I thought to myself, wow, like, you just never know who ends up inside. Like, it could be my sister, my brother, my nephew, me, you know. So I just had just a whole new respect for the people inside, and I don't judge now, you know. I don't judge at all.
And that, my first lesson with that was Skid Row for me. Because when I first landed in Skid Row, I kept hearing myself like, well, I'm homeless, but this is why. You know, I'm homeless, but I didn't do this.
Yeah.
This, you know, and then I really felt God be like, you're just homeless. You know, you're homeless. There's no difference. You know, you're just homeless. And it really made me look at things differently, and especially the people in Skid Row. And I have run into and met some of the most beautiful people in Skid Row, you know. And again, it's like the most unlikeliest of places you find these gems of people, experiences, and much like jail, yes, I feel like a lot of gifted, talented people are languishing in jail. I mean, they could be out here saving the world. They could be discovering vaccinations, cures. Yeah, I just met some of the smartest people inside jail, Skid Row. Yeah.
Well, I thank you. I thank you so much for sharing your story. It's so powerful, and you are performing this Thursday. Folks, this Thursday, like today's 2 days from now. So Thursday at 8 o'clock at the Whitefire Theater. Her show is called Justice or Just Me. The Bite. And you can get your tickets at www.whitefiretheater.com. That's theater with an R-E. And please come out and support. You will be transformed. And buy her book.
Yes, yes,
But I'll
yes.
put the information when I post this of your book.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juliet.
All right.